Hi Leo, I hope you are doing well. Okay, it's got a heavy connotation to it, this reading. I think here what I'm going to advise you to do is, and I say that because I think you're stuck. I think you can't see past something. Some of you may have lost a job. You may be, this would be a scenario too where you lost a job and you hated it, but yet you're gonna just get right back into the same kind of job again and not take a minute to yourself here. I think I'm gonna tell you this. What I really feel here is that you've got to take stock of the things that really, how do I say here? This would be a time where, I know this is going to sound absurd, but your reading is one where even though you're going through some financial issues here, and I feel you're in a really low place here, even like a mild grade depression here, with that 7 of coins, it really asks you, that's 7 cups of grace. It's saying honor all parts of yourself here. You know what I mean? Put a little bit more thought into, what do I need? You know what I mean? What do I need? What do I need to cut out? What do I need to make myself feel nurtured and nourished? And even for men, this is the woman card up there is about, it's about receptive energy. It's about, what do I need? You know what I mean? What do I need for my life? Not anyone else. What do I need? This would be, something too where I would say, you know what, if you're feeling a little bit defeated right now, or you need a little bit of a, help to clear the energy out, because this energy will hold you where you are. But what I can tell is you're going to have money coming in here soon. So money will come in. And I'm not saying that due to the 3 of Wands. I'm saying that because there's receptive energy here. You're just in such a lull right now that you can't see it. Okay. I think people around you too, this would be an instance where, I'd also advise someone against, I get this a lot when I'm reading for a parent and they're asking about their child, right? Talking adult children. And they'll say, oh, well, poor Jenny, or poor this, or I hope that they make the right decision, or I hope that they're not sorry for what they're doing. What they're doing is they're inadvertently pushing that on the kid, right? The adult child nonetheless. But that energy reminds me of this 5 of coins in here, where someone is saying, oh, they're there, right? When in fact they need to be encouraging you, or someone should be encouraging you with that 7 of cups and saying, look at all the gifts that you have. You overlook these things. Now, what in here would bring you to life? What do you want to do? What would you like to follow? What would light you on fire? You know what I mean? Not getting back into the same 9-to-5 job you hated only because you don't want to. Take the minute to yourself. Money is going to be coming in here, but what you need to cut out here with that Sith, I really feel, is like, what is it that nurtures you? What feeds your soul? What are you taking in? You know what I mean? What are you not looking at with yourself? What do you this card, you are sitting on tons of gifts here. That 5 of coins is asking you, it's a crack. It's going to show you. You've got a 50-50 shot here. You know what I mean? You have nothing to lose. You can either jump back into the same thing that you did, or you can look at all of these things within yourself that you might be overlooking. You know what I mean? Live a life that's yours. Take a minute to yourself. I think that what's happening here is, if you choose to do this, that 5 of coins becomes a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a bittersweet victory, because I think you're feeling really lull here. Like you can't, example would be, again, I got married, I had kids, I've got a job, I've got a house, I've got a huge ass mortgage now, and I have no choice but to get back into a job, right? And then I die, But the point is here, that may be true to a degree, but with that 7 of cups, I always tell someone, close your eye. What would you do if you could do anything? Because I think that's what you're sitting on in here. That 3 of wands there, I'm going a long way home with this, because I feel like I hit the part of the zodiac where Leo, Virgo, Libra, it's all like, it's time to you know, start stepping into taking chances on yourself, taking chances on things that are not so black and white, cut and dry. Get in the gray area. You know, what is it that, example would be, how do I say this? Say you're an office manager, right? I'm going to go there because that's a pretty common. Anybody can really relate to that. Even if you're not in it, if you've got a family, you're organizing things, right? So anybody could kind of fit into this. Say you're an office manager, you get laid off, you hated the job, it was just too demanding, whatever, right? But now you're laid off and you're thinking, I need to get back into that. I need to get another job. So automatically you go online and you start looking at those kind of things, right? What you're overlooking here is you can organize stuff. You could start a home business. You could start a business doing that, but from your home. You could be like a virtual office organizer where it saves them money. You know, get yourself a platform where you can drive a business and sell yourself to a company where they would be, you know, saving so much more money doing it this way, or to give you a try, or to barter system, or to do, you've got a skill here that with that 5 of coins, you're selling yourself out. You're cutting yourself off. You're selling yourself short. Yeah, with that 3 of wands, your ships will come in, but, you know, if you really take a minute and ask yourself, how can I leverage this up in a way that's different, that gives me more sustainability, more creativity, some zest for life, you know, things like that. It could be even, you know, I feel here like there's a lot of, or a lack of, I should say, self-care. You know what I mean? Like when was the last time you actually checked in with yourself to figure out what is it that you know you would like to do? You know, maybe you've been working since like you were 18 and it was never an option to think about what you wanted to do. Now this little pause with that 5 of coins is asking you what, you know, look at all these gifts that you've got with the 7 of cups. Look at all these gifts. You know, what can you use in here? What can you make something out of? What can you polish off and cast out there? Take another look at your gifts, right? Because your ships are coming in, but they're going to be the same old ships. Did you ever see in the, what is the, I can't remember the deck, but the 3 of wands is a card of active waiting. But sometimes it's not as easy to do the things that you could do at 20 when you're 30, 40, 50, 60. It's just not that easy for many, many different reasons. You've got more responsibility. Your body just doesn't want to do it. You don't have the time. You've got kids now. You've got bigger responsibilities. It's just not that easy, right? But there are things that you can do that are more than what you've been doing, I guess is where I'm going with that. Because this 3 of wands, what I really keep seeing here is like looking at someone else's life and thinking, you know, that could have been me. You know, that could have been me, the regret kind of part about it. I'll ask you here to really just take a minute and look at how you could leverage up something that you've currently got that you're overlooking. Because that 5 of coins I feel in here is depression. Like you're just depressed. Like even if you got a job tomorrow, it wouldn't light you up anymore. The 7 of cups is saying, look at this. Look at, you know, remember when, you know, I'm pushing you guys because you could do something here, I feel. So that's yours. That's more than what you've been doing, right? This is about taking ownership to evolve yourself in some regard here. Learn something new. You know, what is it that makes you feel, there's something in here also about cooking, like, you know, maybe that's something. Maybe you look at the whole Paula Deen thing, right? Like, I think her story was exactly kind of, you know, she didn't have a job, and, you know, she started out, I think, selling sandwiches or something, but she was creative. She needed to feed her family, so she pulled on her gift, you know? What do you have in your arsenal there that you could pull out and make brand new for yourself, right? What are your desires? What happens with Leo, and I don't know where this is in your chart, but that 5th house is, when you get to that 5th house, and you've been sucked dry with houses 1 through 3, right? You get to the 5th house and you're like, I could not tell you what a desire of mine was. I didn't know, you know, I can't even remember. But if you take a minute, right, and you think about that, that's what you'll pull into your 6th house day-to-day stuff. And it'll light you on fire. It won't bore the crap out of you. So that's what you're being kind of asked to do here. What can you, what about you, what gift do you have, and you do have one, that you're overlooking? What do you need to polish off here? Right? Because that 3 of Wands looks back at that, you don't have it here, but that 3 of Wands will look back at that 10 of Coins and really wish that that was their life. But it's not theirs, it's their neighbors they're looking at. You know what I'm saying? So don't have regret here. Figure out what, you know, what do you, you know, what more could you do? You know, but there's money coming in here. That is the silver lining. So take that away from this. Maybe that takes some of the burden off of what you're feeling here. And know that, you know, money is coming here. Money will come for sure. So if you don't have a job, you're going to get a job. The question here is, it's going to be the same ho-hum job though. You know, so take this moment, find some peace in what I'm saying to you, which is why I'm kind of kicking you in the butt here. And ask yourself, what, you know, take a minute. What did I like to do? What am I good at? What do you do in your house when no one is there? You know, like that kind of stuff. What takes you away? What takes, you know, what breathes life back into you? That's what this is about. It's about claiming, you know, a lost art in yourself, whatever that is to you. Okay, so there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. Again, this is just an eclipse reading. It's going to eclipse something out. If you don't see it right now, like I say, if you're out of a job or whatever, you should see it within the next 3 months. But it's going to, if you take this time, you know, you'll get a job. But, you know, take this time, and with the 5 of Coins again, take the chance on yourself. You're worth it. Okay, so there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way.